At the most recent State of Play showcase hosted by PlayStation, Sony's gaming division highlighted new titles from independent developers and third parties that would be available for PlayStation platforms, in addition to the PlayStation VR 2 virtual reality headset. In the event that you were unable to attend the event, you need not worry, since this roundup will provide you with information on all of the announcements that took place at the September 2023 PlayStation State of Play showcase. The Final Fantasy VII Rebirth game will be the first one they release during the event, and a date for its release has been established. It seems only reasonable that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth would be featured in this State of Play, seeing as how it is one of the most anticipated third-party titles that will only be available on the PS5. It did so by releasing a trailer that was not only quite entertaining, but also provided us with the clearest look at the game that we had seen up to that moment. We got a glance at gameplay components like riding Chocobo and playing minigames, and we received more of a taste of a tale that is bound to modify the existing canon. We got to meet characters like Zack and Cait Sith, and we got a glimpse at gameplay components like riding Chocobo and playing minigames. The most important thing to learn from the video, though, is that the launch date for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth on the PS5 will be February 29, 2024. Moving forward, in anticipation of the debut of Marvel's Spider-Man 2, a detailed look at the next film has been made available. Despite the fact that Sony had previously said that the State of Play would only concentrate on third-party games, the company unveiled a new trailer for Marvel's Spider-Man 2 nevertheless. This was done despite the fact that the event will only concentrate on games developed by third parties. This lengthy video has the game's creative director, Brian Intihar, providing a detailed walkthrough of the game for viewers. In it, he described many of the new talents, story elements, and tech-driven features that players may anticipate seeing in the widely anticipated sequel to the game. Players can look forward to seeing these things since the sequel is highly anticipated. At the end of the presentation, a film was shown that included a number of different clothes that players had the opportunity to equip. The Marvel's Spider-Man 2 video game will be made available for play on the PS5 gaming platform on October 20. Also, Resident Evil 4 Separate Ways DLC out next week. It has been confirmed by Capcom that their highly lauded remake of Resident Evil 4 will, in fact, get paid post-launch DLC in the shape of Separate Ways, which will be released on September 21. Capcom made this announcement. Players take control of Ada Wong, a character who makes cameo appearances in the main storyline of Resident Evil 4. The game takes place amid the events of Resident Evil 4. We were previously aware that a virtual reality option was going to be included in the PlayStation 5 version of Resident Evil 4. But there hasn't been much news up until today, when Capcom finally broke the silence by releasing a new gameplay clip and confirming that the PSVR 2 feature would be made available as a free download at some point over the winter. Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora was yet another video game that was just made available. Ubisoft debuted a brand new teaser for their forthcoming open-world video game Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora at the September 2023 State of Play. The clip focuses on the game's narrative. Control will be given to a Na'vi who was raised by the RDA and educated in human ways. Players will have an experience similar to that of a fish out of water when they return to Pandora as one of the last remaining members of the Sorrentu clan. The release date for Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora is December 7th. Additionally, Roblox will be made accessible on the PlayStation platform. Beginning next month, users of PlayStation consoles will be able to access the mobile gaming environment that is supplied by Roblox. Players on PlayStation have been excluded from all of the cross-platform fun up to this point, since it has only been accessible on Xbox. According to the statement that can be seen on the website, starting on October 10, users will be able to connect and immerse yourself, regardless of where you are. You will be able to play with your friends as well as millions of other people on their personal computers, mobile devices, gaming consoles, or virtual reality systems, since the game will provide full support for several platforms. Even if one of you is taking part in the activity from the convenience of your own home while the other is riding the subway, the two of you will still be able to continue having fun together. Another game trailer published was for the Ghostbusters: Rise of the Ghost Lord here. The very first gameplay clip for Ghostbusters: Rise of the Ghost Lord has been made available to the public by Sony. The business believes that the video showcases the very best that the PlayStation VR 2 has to offer and maintains that is the best way to illustrate its capabilities. You can place your pre-order for the virtual reality VR game right now, and it will be ready for actual purchase on October 26. Due to the inclusion of cooperative multiplayer virtual reality, playing Ghostbusters transforms into an experience that is all about teamwork. Because, as the slogan puts it, there is no Ghostbusters movie about one person taking on the paranormal all by themselves. It makes use of the eye tracking technology that is included in the PlayStation VR 2 so that you can keep an eye on your buddies, and it also offers immersive lighting to help you get in the mood for whatever activity you are participating in. The haptics of the headset will make it possible for the ghosts to get in your head. And there is also support for the adaptive triggers on the Sense controllers, which can be utilized as you are enticing the ghosts in with your proton wands. The combination of these two features will make it possible for the ghosts to get in your head. In the blog post, it is said that the adaptive triggers come to life when it comes to squishing mini puffs. These teeny tiny critters have a propensity for wreaking havoc on you and your stuff at the most inconvenient moments possible, which is a trait that they share with other little species. The upbeat news is that you will soon be able to provide a helping hand to your pals by removing them from their virtual reality environments and giving them a satisfying squish. Also, Bennett Foddy's next game, Baby Steps, will be released in the summer of next year. The creator of Getting Over It, Bennett Foddy, just made the announcement that the release of his next game would take place in the summer of 2024. The new video for Baby Steps, which was developed and published by Devolver Digital, gives the impression that the game is a walking simulator. Players take control of Nate as he navigates the environment one baby step at a time. The new trailer for Helldivers 2 provides us with another look at the game's gameplay as well as the release date. We were previously aware that Arrowhead was hard at work on a follow-up game to the top shooter game it released in 2015. In addition, the developer has revealed today, after an original statement made in May, that Helldivers 2 would be available for download on PS5 and PC on February 8, 2024. An open beta version of Foam Stars is coming soon. Foam Stars, a shooter similar to Splatoon, will have an open beta as was revealed by Square Enix after a lively presentation that took place in May. The beta test will be available to participate in on PS5, and it will start on September 29 and continue until October 1. 2 years after its first release, Tales of Arise will get an expansion in the month of November. Bandai Namco Studios shocked the gaming world when it announced that the role-playing game RPG Tales of Arise, which has been available for purchase for more than 2 years, will be getting an expansion. This news came as a surprise since Bandai Namco Studios had not previously discussed this project. Beyond the Dawn is the name of the next expansion, which will be made accessible on November 9th. The Deep Earth collection for the PlayStation 5 will be introducing new faceplates and DualSense colors. According to the most recent update that Sony has released, your PlayStation 5 will soon have extra personalization options. During the event known as State of Play, the company announced that it will be launching a whole new collection of accessories that would be known as the Deep Earth Collection. This collection will comprise 3 all-new hues: Cobalt Blue, Volcano Red, and Sterling Silver. These exciting new color choices will be available to buy for both the console covers and the DualSense controllers. On November 3, consumers will be able to buy DualSense controllers and faceplates in the colors red and blue. However, the silver versions of both will not be available for purchase until January 26, 2024. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more exciting content.